When fighting in low-light conditions, you can use the Harry's technique. To do this, hold your firearm straight out in front of you with your dominant hand. Then hold the flashlight in your offhand with an ice pick grip, and press the backs of your hands firmly together, with the light facing forwards. This provides some stabilizing isometric tension, allowing you to control recoil more effectively than shooting with one hand alone, though still worse than firing with a normal two-handed grip. You have seen the signs around you. The gradual creeping, decay, and dysfunction. You have realized that something is wrong with the media and the people around you. You know that you are different. This is why you are ready to become a receiver. You have been issued a series of audio cassette tapes that are part of our system for advancing insight. By continually listening to these audios, you will drown out and eventually counteract the negative influences from your environment. Once you have absorbed these tapes, you will have taken the first step towards awakening your true self. The media is a threat. We have a technique to help. We use tapes as part of this technique. You must listen to them to advance. Legendary Californian handgun hunter Harry Sanford had just shot a grizzly bear in the heart with his .44 Magnum revolver, but it didn't know it was dead yet and charged straight at him. He calmly aimed a follow-up shot and tried to pull the trigger, but nothing happened. The cylinder was locked up. The bear was about to reach him and take its revenge when it skidded to a stop down in the dirt. Harry almost had a heart attack himself and decided to try to make a semi-auto Magnum pistol to avoid that problem in the future. He hired gunsmith Max Guerra to help design it, who came up with the combination of ideas that led to the Automag pistol, but they never managed to figure out how to scale up production. Now, Minnesotan adman John Risdall and 3 of his friends saw the unmet demand for a Magnum pistol and decided to continue where the Automag left off. In 1979, they founded Magnum Research and began work on the Desert Eagle. To avoid Automag's problems with scaling, they looked for experienced partners and settled on Israeli military industries, who refined the design and began mass production. This building, this place, it doesn't make much sense. While I know this isn't the same room as before, it still feels familiar. It's more like a place than the real world. It's like someone made copies of copies and lost the original intent of all the objects long ago. I did my best. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I really did. I hope you believe me. I tried and tried and tried, and nothing ever worked. And you all hate me. Maybe I deserve it. I always tried. Together, we have laid the foundation. You have shown great potential, but the potential is yet to be realized. We have sent the message. Can you hear it? There is an insidious force moving through your media, weakening the mind and causing widespread dysfunction. We call this the threat. We have developed a technique called mind tech to combat this threat. A new set of tapes has been issued to train and prepare you. To progress in mind tech is to become aware of your own thoughts. Eventually, each thought will become clear and distinct. Solid, incredibly dense, but irregularly shaped. When combined with other specific thoughts in the right pattern, they will fit into place, forming a solid wall of defense. The purpose of the Desert Eagle is simple: to compensate for personal insecurities and project an image of power and wealth. It's basically the Hummer, Rolex, or Donald Trump of firearms. It was never adopted by any military or law enforcement, and Magnum research confirms that it was never intended to be used against human targets. It has occasionally been used for individual homicides and suicides, however, mostly by people who want to make life miserable for the crime scene cleanup crews. You can order the Desert Eagle in 10 different finishes, including gold, titanium gold, with tiger stripes, in case you need camo for a bear hunt in the Palace of Versailles. Literally only one legitimate use case for the Desert Eagle, and that is when it goes deer hunting and carries a backup sidearm to put wounded stags out of their misery. If your friend makes a joke about hurting themselves, it might just be that, a joke. Or it might be their last cry for help before they are killed by the threat. Get them alone later, ask about it, and really listen to their answer. It's probably nothing, but in this case, it's so much better to have 10 false positives than 1 false negative. Humans are curious creatures, always hungry for information. The threat has found a way to turn this strength into a fatal weakness. They force feed us from a fire hose of narratives designed to agitate and demoralize us, leaving our minds exhausted and crowding out our own thoughts. They divide the world into false dichotomies and demand we choose between obvious lies. To become a receiver, you must reject this choice. Are finally prepared to hear this message. You see reality painted in shades of black, but beyond your world is another, bathed in radiant light. We have reached out to you with a warning. If you are able to hear our message, you are one of the few that we can help. We call you receivers. The receiver who is speaking these words was chosen because he is able to hear us with exceptional clarity. With time, you too could learn this mind tech, but time is not something we have. A threat to everyone on your planet, and they have been weakening your mind through your media, lowering your natural defenses. The coming attack is unavoidable. All we can do is prepare. You use technology to control physical things. Now, similarly, there is mind tech, which is used to control the boundless. Mind tech can be used for good or evil, and the threat has been using its mind tech as a weapon against you, and so far has caused widespread sickness and mental weakness. Now that you are in a helpless state, they are readying a crippling blow. Mind kill. But they are aware that will not work on you. They have another potent weapon they will bring to bear against receivers called the dreaming. They cannot exist fully in this reality, but they have been watching you and experimenting and have developed the dreaming is a bridge from our world to yours, and they will use this bridge to send specially conceived of weapons designed to work in your environment. These automatic weapons are designed to kill the few who survive. We don't know what mind tech is being used by the threat to execute the mind kill, but we do know it gives them some control over probability. Murphy's Law is in effect. If you fall, you will land wrong. If you have a clear shot, your weapon will malfunction. If you dodge a bullet, you will get hit by a ricochet. Now, if you train for the worst case scenario, you will be ready. Some of you are impatient to experience the radiance of reality A, but you must remember you are not even experiencing reality B yet. We've been trained by screens to tiny rectangles. You may not notice it, but you are experiencing your reality in the same way as if you are viewing the world through a screen. Try to push your awareness through the screen and out the other side to truly be present in reality B. Open your mind to experience what is behind you, to each side, above and below, behind walls. What are your senses telling you? Once you have managed to truly exist in reality B, we can start to talk about reality A. The threat will not need to kill us if it can get us to shoot each other. Now, instances of misidentification are common in firearm-related accidents, resulting in dead friends and family. This often happens in situations with poor visibility. We are unsure what the post-mine kill environment will be like, so it's critical to positively identify or PID your targets. This is why you need to keep a flashlight available. Now, imagine this scenario. You're woken up by a crash in the night, and you take out your gun to investigate. You see a shadowy figure lurching towards you. You open fire, and it's down on the ground.